Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Meat Boy. This is post-commentary in my fight with Dr.Fetus. It took me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get this done. All of it. All of it. One of the things about that was, the whole key for this, for me, was finding a consistent way to get through this middle part. And this last video was when I did, so but I recorded a lot of stuff I deleted. There were a lot of last room deaths to Dr.Fetus. So yeah, once you get that fall and then jump across thing, you can, you've just got to, once you're sliding down that wall, you have to start holding over left. And you'll get it every time. That was a shame. That was a shame. My reactions to some of these were fantastic, by the way. But his shooting, in the end, like, it took me probably about till that attempt to realize that the button on top opens that door. And then the button in the door drops the floor for Dr.Fetus to die, to fall. So yeah, see, it's easy once you've got it. Once you've got a strategy, it's not a problem. And the rest of this is pretty simple, if you're not doing stupid stuff like that. All in all, it's not hard once you know how to do it. I could probably do it, once every 5 minutes. Like, now that I know how. Or at least once every 10. I could get 6 completions of this in an hour. Sure. Easy. I mean, I just got two of the last rooms in a row. That jump can be a little tricky. You just have to not run. You have to, like, it's the only time in this entire level where you should stop holding the run button. But this stuff got so consistent. Like, I got so consistent at the beginning of this level, but I did it, for almost 2 hours. So, there we go. I mean, my consistency with that thing by this time was pretty good. And I cheat the part after this. So, that'll be fun to watch. And I hate when you miss that bullet. If you put too much space between yourself and the doorway and that bullet, and it has time to, like, spin around and come back at you, it can be a real pain. I mean, Dr.Fetus only fires, like, 3 bullets at you before the last room. Well, no, I take that back. He fires more than that. He fires some in the middle. But if you get over there before he gets down there, then he can't possibly hit you because he's shooting through a wall. And his bullet there, his shot there really does telegraph like the perfect time to jump. You slide down a little bit and jump, and you make it every time. So yeah, see, he was shooting at me there, but you can't possibly hit me. Oh yeah, so... And there we go. So that's our victory. We won. Which, by the way, it really surprised me that Dr. Fetus is a fetus. So this is escape, and we checkpoint after killing Dr. Fetus, so we don't have to worry about this too much. And this was tricky. Like, I mean, it wasn't as tricky as the fight with Dr. Fetus, which took me, like, almost 2 hours. This only takes, well, till the end of this video. We complete this. And watch the credits in this video, so. This jump might be, like, the hardest in the level. But here's the thing about this, and this is a thing. I mean, this game was largely blind, except what I learned from speedrunners, right? So cheating Larry, cheating Little Horn, and this. Like, this is one of the few things, is the loading zone at the end of this level. Well, the checkpoint that marks it clear, is actually cheatable before the end of the level. You can just jump off a wall and trigger the loading zone. And you have to do the last little part of the level. And I do that. Mainly, I wanted to show it off. Could I have done the end of the level? Of course, it actually looks pretty static. I mean, I didn't really see it, because I only got to the end of the level twice, and the second time I got the jump I was looking for. Oh, maybe I got to it 3 times. Yeah, because this jump, you really have to slide down that last surface and jump from the very bottom of it, and not very hard. And then getting up over that blade, because you can't jump to the opposite wall, clearly. I mean, it's set up that way. So you've got to get a really good jump over that blade. Once you get that, a lot of the rest of this is kind of free. And that was a nice little setup there. If you could A+ this level, I would have been well on my way with that attempt, but nope. See, at this point, I was really in the kind of mood for this kind of platforming. I mean, I'd finally beat the thing I'd been working on forever. And I hit that blade, I ran into that blade several times. It's a little hard to stop your momentum on so small a platform. That's the problem there. I think you have to jump more up than left if you want to really be safe about that. But then you got the blade up there. I mean, again, the developers of this game really wanted to punish you. Like, they really found ways. I mean, the playtesting in this must have been ridiculous. Like, they must have, you know, playtested it and been like, well, everybody's natural instinct is to do this, so let's put a blade here. Which, you know, I don't know if that's genius or evil. Or a little of both. It's evil genius is what it is. Yeah, and I couldn't figure out that for the life of me at first glance. Once I got through it once, it was pretty easy. Yeah, I mean, the timing's not bad. I know I died standing there waiting for that blade to rotate at least once. And I was really playing it safe here. I didn't want to die. And that was a shame. That was a real shame. Because that's the exact strategy you want to use to fall down there. And that little hallway you fall into is the last part of the level if you use the speedrunner skip the end technique. Now there's a series of bladed hallways going up if you don't do that. But why would you not do that? Because we wouldn't know to do that, Vertical Sandwich! Well, that's why you watch speedrunners. I mean, there's actually a lot of stuff in here, because speedrunners all do this game on the PC version. Mainly because of there are some exploits that I just don't think work. I don't know that you can do like the infinite jump glitch and stuff like that on the Xbox version. But I didn't even bother to research or to try. Because, I don't know, I mean it looks like a handy precision technique, but it doesn't really add anything to, you know, me casually playing through this and you watching me fail. I mean, you've watched me die like 1,000 times now, easy. Because, I mean, I don't cut out a lot of videos of me failing this stuff. And my deaths were like 1,000 videos when I first checked stats. So at this point, like by the time this LP is done, you'll have watched me die like 2,000 times. Because the stuff that's happening in the levels after this, it's just ridiculous. I might have died 100 times just on the kid warp zone. And I like how much consistency I got that jump with. And that fall was amazingly coincidental. Not coincidental, it was gracious. It was lucky. So that hall, at the end of that hall, there's an area with a blade. Like right above it to keep you from jumping up the wall out of the level. But all you gotta do is get like one wall bounce off below the blade going like up. And you'll hit the bottom of the loading zone down the level. And it just ends the level. It just counts as completed. Because it thinks you walked into a loading zone like a hallway up or whatever. Wherever the end of the level actually is. It thinks you walked into that. It doesn't make a distinction. But you didn't. You skipped it. Which is fine, because if what you're complaining, if your complaint about that is like, well, it's not really fair, you skip one of the hardest levels in the game. No, I didn't. I've seen the stuff that comes after this. This is not one of the hardest things in the game. Not by far. Like, not even close. And this is one of the few exploits, there were only like, the 3 exploits I did from speedrunning, like not moving on Little Horn, standing behind the blades for Larry, and jumping into the loading zone in here are the only 3 that I'm aware of that actually make the game easier. Jumping over the blades on Dr.Fetus allows you to do the level faster, but I don't think it's particularly easier. Like, it seems like it's actually way harder. Except for you can get far enough ahead of Dr.Fetus that he'll never get a chance to shoot at you. So, I mean, if you got to the end, it would be way easier. So that's where I died standing waiting for that stupid blade to rotate. Yeah, like, I don't think I ever missed that jump. So yeah, you've just gotta, like, get up here, and you gotta, like, jump off the wall above this. Like, that's what you have to do, is get a wall jump over that. Like, there's a blade right there. You can see it. But it doesn't really matter. As long as you land below it and get a wall jump off, you'll hit the loading. Again, I know it's cheating. It's completely cheating. But, I didn't care at this point. I'd been doing the Dr. Fetus race for like 2 hours, and I was getting really tired, and I knew that, I couldn't stop this. I didn't know if it would checkpoint, like if the next time I selected Dr. Fetus, it would start me here. Because if it had, I would have stopped. Like right after I beat up Dr. Fetus. So then I was just like, what if this takes me 3 hours? Like, I'm stuck here. I'm going to be all tired for work. I mean, just between you and me, people, I was tired for work anyway. So yeah, so that exploit really helped me out. I mean, I would have done it anyway. Because it's more interesting than actually finishing the level. Yep, flawless execution on that blade wall. Which is really surprising to me, because that's the kind of stuff I have trouble with. Alright, so this one should do it. There we go. Dead meat boy. Brownie's great. And I love this very obvious reference to the end of Fight Club. So there we go. And here are our credits. And those guys are jerks. So there's our squirrel. Yeah, it does run through like references to all the bosses. So, like, Brownie is alive. Or is he? Yeah, all the dead meat boys partying in hell. Is he pretty happy? The triumphant return of Larry. Or of Larry Jr. Alright, so this is the normal ending, right? Now, okay, so the end, find out in the Dark World. You go into the Dark World, there's a dark version of the end. And to do the dark ending, fighting Dr. Fetus, you have to complete a bunch of Dark World levels. So we have the Cotton Alley, it's a new world, it's the after the end of the game world, it's super hard, and that's what we'll be doing next. So here we go, this is the end. It doesn't list a dark world for the end. If we go there, yep, you can see we have to get 85 levels completed. Which is like 4 full worlds and stuff, plus 5 levels. I mean, it's not all of them.